a beautiful and wondrous Uḍumbara Garland, a supplication and summary of the epic of Padma, the life and liberation of the precious Guru of Uḍḍiyāna. By Jamyang Khyentsé Wangpo. Homage to the Guru, Deva, and Kin. Age. Protector of unchanging light, abiding in great bliss. Longevity, primordial wisdom, infinite array. At the mere sound of your name, beings are drawn towards awakening. Dharmakaya Uḍumbara, homage to you. King of the 5 certainties and 5 Buddha families. You display in our world your command of the 10 Bhumis. Great compassionate one, you dredge the depths of Sasra. Sabhagakya Avalokitesvara, homage to you. Lotus-born Buddha, amazing and glorious. With your pristine Vajrabody free from birth and death. You perform the enlightened activity of the victors of the 3 times. Nirmanakaya Padmakara, homage to you. Naturally arisen truth, sovereign of the 5 Buddha bodies. Through infinite methods you guide beings to great bliss, perfectly accomplishing all of their wishes. Vajrakaya non-arising and non-ceasing, to you I bow. In the realm of great bliss, supreme and magnificent. Presiding over everything, Protector Uḍumbara. You assume the 5-fold form of the skull garland Buddhas. Granting all bounty, all success, and happiness. Cakravartin, supreme excellence, homage to you. In infinite worlds, untainted realm for and others. You manifest as the 6 teachers 5 to tame the 6 classes. And as the 8 manifestations, untainted speech and lotus birth. 6. Bringing benefit to all, you expound sutra and tantra, homage to you. You arise as the great Vajradhara, manifest in all 5 families. To nurture the teachings of the excellent secret mantra. Through union and liberation, with the taming of Rudra. You achieve the propagation of the unsurpassable jnana, homage to you. Manifesting as the 1,000 sons of King Dera. You receive empowerment from the yogin powerful Vajra, who foretells your awakening in the form of the 1,000 Buddhas. 8. You appear in myriad ways as required for beings taming. Raining down the nectar of the 2-fold Dharma, homage to you. As Samantadhara 9 you give the 4 rivers of empowerment. As the son of excellent crown jewel 11 you uphold the tradition of mantra. You work throughout all ages to tame the kingdom of Meghavit. Teaching with consummate skill both sutra and tantra, homage to you. There are 9 domains in the noble land of Dharma. To the west lies Uḍḍiyāna, source of the secret Mantrayana. There, in the Harika temple, naturally arisen. Clouds of kins billow around you, homage to you. The blind king, crazed by wealth, offers riches and possessions. And Uḍumbara sends you forth, his mighty emanation. Directing your attention to 3 particular situations. At length, on Tanakosa Lake, immaculate and shimmering. You take birth in the heart of a lotus flower, homage to you. Perfecting generosity, King Indrabhuti. Set sail to find a jewel to benefit beings. Sailing home, he meets you and asks you to accompany him. They prepare a golden throne and call you Padmaraja, Lotus King, homage to you. A rain of everything desirable falls from wish-fulfilling clouds. Kins honor you, filled with devotion. Ḍākinī of great bliss sing songs of praise at your enthronement. As Nirmakya and Sabhagakyakyin, homage to you. Aligning yourself with worldly conventions. You take as your consort the Princess Prabhavati. And you make the whole kingdom splendid and abundant. With wealth and glory, riches, and enjoyments, homage to you. As foretold by Buddha Vajrayasatva. Your purpose then requires you to abandon the kingdom and engage in the practices of yogic discipline. You create the cause for expulsion from your homeland and depart in search of solitude, homage to you. In the cave in Pankala, guardian of the Buddha's teachings, you accomplish the assembly of the Vajradhatumala, and you meet the deities face to face. Then, you travel to Saitavana and the Akarika Stupa, and you teach the kins the Dharma, homage to you. At the site of Ga you show you practice union and liberation, gaining renown as Shoashanu, the youthful who escapes. Then, in Varanasi with the sage Arjuna, you master mathematics and astrology, homage to you. In Padmavati with the son of Jivakumara, you perfect the far-reaching art of medicine. And in Regala, with Sarvamitra, you undertake the study of writing and grammar, homage to you. From Visvakarma and other masters, you learn the skills of craftsmanship and the art of alchemy. You bring all to completion, feigning study and training, and become a master in every field of knowledge, homage to you. You receive, from the master Pravahasti, all the yoga tantras, which you practice and accomplish. Ananda gives you teachings and bestows your ordination. Hence your name, Sakya Senj, Lion of the Sakyas, homage to you. You train in the teachings of the three turnings, the excellent edicts of the conqueror, and also in secret mantras 3 outer sections, perfecting, ocean-like, the conduct of the victors. Bodhisattva Sumitra, homage to you. You seek clarification from the most learned Ananda regarding the 2 doctrines of the sutras. At Vidali, in the charnel ground perfect in body, you engage, through yogic conduct, in the taming of beings. Renowned Numa Azar, rays of the sun, homage to you. In the Akanisha heaven, the teacher Samantabhadra teaches you the mind category of the great perfection. Thus you receive the name of unsurpassed Vajra holder, and realize the primordial wisdom of the Dharmakaya, homage to you. In Kashmir, in the charnel ground all-pervading bliss. For the hosts of kins there, you turn the will of Dharma. Through compassion in action, you assure the welfare of others. Renowned Lotan Shaks, wise seeker of the sublime, homage to you. From Vajrayasatva you receive the Mahyaga Tantras, and perfect the great resplendence of the Samagakaya. From there you continue your journey to Nepal, arriving at the charnel ground spontaneous mound. Renowned Senj Dradak, lion's roar, homage to you. In spontaneous present array, Samantadhara teaches you the Chiti Tantras of the great perfection, and bestows on you his name. Then you travel to Zahor, to the charnel ground Laka Mound. Renowned Padma Samhava, homage to you. You are present when the amazing emanation Garabdorhi teaches the Dharma to Manjus Raimitra. Together, you receive the space and pith instructions of the great perfection. Lord of the Dharma, homage to you. You reside in Oina, in the charnel ground lotus mound. And, from the great Kolaka you receive the teachings on the sutra and the web of magical illusion. Next, you travel to Kothan, to the charnel ground mound of the world. Renowned Dorhidrolo, wild wrathful Vajra, homage to you. The great Karmandra, in the sacred place of the Khyentsé, gives the profound initiations that transfer to you all the blessings and power of the Nirmanakaya. In Ganevaiha, guided by Supreme Vajra Dharma, you accomplish completely the 4 rivers of empowerment, homage to you. In the golden land within a solitary cave protected, Sri Siha gives you empowerment in the display of awareness. From there, you travel onto the Sala lands, to the charnel ground display of great mystery. Renowned Tutrand Sal, radiant garland of skulls, homage to you. As Avalokitesvara foretold, you appear as Brahma to youthful great Manjusri on the 5-peaked mountain. There you receive all the astrology tantras, thus increasing success and happiness for all the world, homage to you. You travel onto Butcher's village, adopt their behavior, and effectively tame all the citizens who live there. In the charnel ground black heaps you muster hordes of evil spirits, and furnish them with weapons to protect the sacred Dharma. Dorhidrak Potsal, wrathful Vajramite, homage to you. When the Khyentsé at Thanakosa are safely under your control, you travel to Zahor where you meet with Mandarava. There, this mother of space all-encompassing discovers the flesh of a 7 times Brahmin, and Kurtzur Pakyenang, infinite appearances of wonder, homage to you. Descending from the sky, how compassionately you care for her. This princess renunciant, yet king and ministers, driven by wrong views, throw you on a fire, which you transform into a lake. You inspire tremendous faith by means of such a miracle, homage to you. The king offers you his kingdom, offers you his daughter, offers you the flesh of the 7 times Brahmin. You secure Zahor's borders and teach the ocean of Dharma, the great gathering of transmitted precepts, thus ripening and liberating king and subjects, homage to you. In the auspicious cave of Maradika, accepted and blessed by the Lord of Immortality, you accomplish the supreme Vajra body of inseparable union. Great Vidyadhara of immortality, homage to you. Residing for a while on the slopes of Slate Mountain, you tell Mandhabhadra of her future lives, and faithfully she gives her body as an offering. Resolute and firm, you establish the Dharma, converting Azoka into a mighty Dharma king. Bhikkhu Indrasena, homage to you. You journey to Vidali, to the charnel ground 9 crowns, where, with Nagarjuna, you reveal the Prajna Paramita. You go to Singhala, to Aryadava's miraculous birthplace. Teacher, prophet, you ripen and liberate others, homage to you. Traveling on to Bangala, you tame the haughty king. Ousting him, you rule in his stead, securing the kingdom. You prompt Asaga and his brother to spread the Abhidharma, thus opening the way for the teachings to flourish, homage to you. In the marketplace of Dunya you take the name of Amha, With the flesh of a 7 times Brahmin you attain great accomplishments. Tethering the sun in the sky, you ripen the barmaid Vanessa, and secure her liberation. Then you render assistance to the king, homage to you. Returning in haste to Uḍḍiyāna, you find evil ministers plotting to burn you. You transform their inferno into a lake, and you inspire the king with tremendous faith. You teach to the crowd the gathering of transmitted precepts, and confer the supreme accomplishments on everyone there, homage to you. Known as Bhikkhu Sakyadeva, you visit the land of drummers. With your consort Kalasidhai, you attain accomplishment there. You nurture the young Kra, and bring forth his realization, causing the radiance of the Dharma to shine, homage to you. You travel onto the land of Kashmir, where you give your blessing to King Dharmasoka's daughter. Thus, to the Princess Dharmavati, the marvelous emanation Vimlamitra is born, and the Dharma is established within the kingdom, homage to you. You travel to Tamradvipa, where you use the Vidya mantra, Kin Tamer of Maras, to slam 500 heretics. In the Golden Land, miraculously you tame the prince and his wife, causing the Buddha's teachings to spread in all directions, homage to you. Further, in Kamarupa, and also in Khotan, in Maru, Asadrusa, and likewise in Sambala, in Shangshung, Persia, Takara, Rukma, and beyond, you cause the supreme teachings to flourish and prosper, homage to you. When the heretic king Engavyu takes control of Bodh Gaya, you appear as the emanation Savara Claygarbha, and you light a raging fire which burns the heretics to dust. Afterwards you restore everything exactly as before. Thus, peerless, you augment and expand the teachings, homage to you. In your taming of beings you have many Vajra names, manifesting always in whichever way is needed. You are known as Mighty Lotus Protector of Beings, as Glorious Protector, and Accomplished Wisdom, homage to you. You are known as Supreme Mighty Lotus, Powerful Kin, Protector Virapa, and Dark Black Conduct, as Mighty Youthful Garua, and the Great Saraha, and Mighty Lotus King, homage to you. You are known as Lotus Ascetic, Desire Supreme, and Mighty One, Lotus Protector of Beings, Protector of Enlightened Activity, Meaningful Lotus Lasso, and Radiant Splendor, and Padma Amhai, homage to you. You are known as White Lotus, Lotus with Skull Garland, and as Padma Vajra. You are known as all these noble ones, your 20 emanations. In all these forms you shower on us the profound and secret Dharma, homage to you. You travel to Yangalsho, where, with the consort Sakyadavi, you attain the supreme level of the Mahamudra Vidyadhara. Conquering every obstacle, you give secret teachings on 18 supremely secret treasures, homage to you. In the place known as Hot Valley you tame the 4 great earth ladies. You reveal a profound treasure, as foretold by Vajrapi. King Sriyasiha welcomes you, receives you in Bodh Gaya, enthroning you as sovereign of the Dharma, homage to you. Trisongditsan, emanation of Manjusri, takes birth in Tibet based on his previous aspirations. Reaching full maturity, he joins the Supreme Noble Family. and develops the heartfelt wish to establish the Dharma in Tibet, homage to you. Requesting his subjects to decide on a site. The king sends the sage known as Birje to survey the land. His purpose and intent is the construction of a temple. He invites Antarikita to come from Zahor. And joyfully he welcomes the great scholar, homage to you. Again and again, Antarikita reminds the king of the aspirations they made together, lifetimes ago. And messengers are sent to invite you, the master Padma Samhava. Compassionately you accept and make your way to Tibet. Taming countless gods and demons on the way, homage to you. Arriving at the Talung Valley, you conjure the spring at Shangplhashu. And on the river bank at Zirkar you first meet the Dharma king. His retinue is with him and, when he fails to bow, you sing Vajra verses and display wondrous miracles. Inspiring great faith in his mind, homage to you. Bowing low with devotion, and to show his contrition, the king commands that 5 stupas be built. Then, you are guided to the construction site of Samai, where your lotus feet are placed upon a golden throne. In deep veneration the king asks for your blessing on the land, and with joy you fulfill his request, homage to you. You call for temples in key locations, and entrust the Nagas with the protection of Samai's wealth. On the peak of Heparai you drag the haughty spirits there under your command. You rise into the sky and perform the Vajra dance. Wherever your dancing shadow falls, the spirits gather earth and stone, to be laid as Samai's foundation, homage to you. Samai's 3 stories and surrounding temples are a clear representation of our own world system. Mount Meru in the center, then the 4 continents. Subcontinents, the sun and the moon, and everything encircled by an outer perimeter, a ring of iron mountains. Samai is constructed by humans in the daytime and by spirits at night. And all is accomplished like a magical display, homage to you. At Samai Chimpyo, in your wisdom you tame the Nagas, thus forging a connection between Nagas and king. The Nagas, in turn, offer quantities of gold. Under your guidance, the temple bell is hung, and you delegate spirits as the monastery's guards, homage to you. Within 5 years, Samai's construction is completed. Then, together with Antarikita, by means of the mighty Vajradhamala, you perform the consecration, tossing multitudes of flowers. Thus you reveal the amazing wonder that is Samai, homage to you. Next comes your consecration of the holy sites of Lhasa, of Traydrug, and other places such as these. For all who come upon these great sacred places, who consider them, praise them, revere or explain them, the merit of such beings will multiply beyond imagining. Homage, therefore, to these great places. Having successfully turned the wheel of Dharma, the 2 masters announce their return to India. But the king, heartbroken, begs them to stay. And in your great kindness you agree to remain, homage to you. The king, a great ruler, establishes the kingdom. As foretold, he issues invitations to Vairocana, Kawa Paltsek, and Chakrol Gyaltsen. Trained as translators, they become rare scholars. and they pioneer translations of both Sutra and Tantra. Homage to you. This gathering of the 108 Lotsawas, the 7 chosen ones and the 5 fully ordained ones. This marks the first triumph of the Buddha's teaching, and plants firm the stake of the Dharma. Homage to you. Of all those who leave in search of the Dharma, Vairocana and Legdrup are the first to reach India. In Bodh Gaya they meet with 25 Pitas, and from them receive the nectar-like teachings. Homage to you. Foremost, Vairocana receives from Sri Siha the profound mind and space sections of the Great Perfection. He accomplishes swift-footedness, and makes preparations to return to Tibet, singing songs of realization. Homage to you. In the land of sandalwood he keeps the local leaders safe. He scales treacherous cliffs on his way through Nepal. Wielding the power of truth, he dispels a terrible blizzard, and finally finds his way back to Samai. Homage to you. The king holds Vairocana in highest esteem, and from him receives profound teachings. But his ministers are evil and consumed with jealousy. Fearing a murder plot against Vairocana, the king himself pretends to drown him. Thus, at great risk, the sovereign acts from compassion. Homage to you. Secretly, in his summer house, the king continues to listen to Vairocana's teachings and profound explanations. But the queen and ministers hear of this and plot his excommunication. At their constant urging, Vairocana is banished, exiled to the far-off region of Gyalmotsawarong. There, he continues to expound the teachings, stretching far and wide across the land. Homage to you. A group of 5 Lotsawas, including Namp Nyingpo, are dispatched to make their way to the noble land of India. There, they are taught by the Master Kra on Sri Harika and the assembly of peaceful and wrathful deities. In this way they each attain extraordinary siddhis. Homage to you. Returning early from India, and facing great obstacles, Lang Chen Palsen dies on the way. Some time later, the sovereign himself falls sick, and the other 4 Lotsawas are recalled to Tibet. Namp Nyingpo conjures marvelous miracles, and, with the blessings of these, the king's health is restored. Homage to you. The king praises Namp Nyingpo, and receives his profound teachings. But the queen and evil ministers start plotting anew. They force his exile to Lodrö Thaye, where he stays and practices and thereby attains the supreme siddhis. Homage to you. Not yet content with the status of the Dharma, the king, skilled in means, proclaims the establishment of the 2 doctrines. He dispatches the Lotsawas Ka, Kog, and Ma to seek a great scholar, and accordingly they journey to Kapilavastu. Homage to you. Vimlamitra is waiting, crown jewel of 500 scholars, and, with royal assent, he sets off without delay. Arriving at Samai, he conjures wondrous miracles, inspiring tremendous faith in the Dharma king. They shower him with offerings and a joyous royal welcome. Homage to you. Another 100 great Pitas are invited to Tibet, including, among others, the great Master Buddhagaya. Their mission is to quell the bickering crowd of heretics. In debate and feats of power, they soundly crush these opponents. allowing the pure brilliance of the Dharma to shine. Homage to you. Varokana sends Yudra Nyingpo to spread the authentic Dharma. Translators, king, and ministers know him as a great Lotsawa. He inspires tremendous faith in them when he speaks of his realization. And they shower Yudra Nyingpo with praise. Homage to you. The chief scholars there, Varokana and Vimlamitra, are greatly revered and trusted by the king. 0. At his request they teach, give translations and explanations, inspiring all who hear them to take up the study of the Tripitaka, Tantras, and commentaries. Homage to you. Translations are made of everything beneficial, such as scientific texts on medicine and astrology. The complete and perfect volumes of the teachings thus unfold, streaming forth, a garland of the Buddha's words, held in highest reverence, installed and established, and consecrated all around with flowers. Auspiciousness and virtuous signs increase in great abundance. Homage to you. When Namp Nyingpo does not bow to the king, his omission drives the ministers to the brink of revenge. But the secret mantra yogi quietly conjures wondrous miracles, and brings down the demon-minded ministers. Homage to you. Remembering the great kindness of all these Lotsawas, the king establishes holy days and study practice centers. Thus, he introduces his people to the ways and means of Dharma, and encourages the teachings to flourish far and wide. Homage to you. He installs statues at Samai and has inscriptions made. At his command, the sutras and tantras, supports of enlightened speech, are compiled into the volumes of the words of the Buddha and their commentaries, the Kangayur, Bkhayur, and Tenjayur, Pstanjayur. Then the great scholars, amid resounding praise, return contented to their homelands. Homage to you. The great abbot remains at the Temple of Awakening, while you, the Master Padma Samhava, meditate at Samai Chimpyo. There, you bestow extensive Dharma teachings, and, at the sudden death of Pema Sal, you restore her to life. Homage to you. You give teachings on impermanence and tell the princess her future, disclosing her past lives and those yet to come. You describe the various qualities of the treasure revealers, and the ways in which the profound terma treasures are concealed. Homage to you. You recount the names of the treasure revealers, from Sangye Lama to Deshin Lingpa, and foretell the various ways in which they will appear, based on their respective lives and times. Thus you spark tremendous joy in the king. Homage to you. You give heart advice instructions to future treasure revealers, expounding on the marks of their enlightened body, expounding on the marks of their enlightened speech and mind, and on the marks of their enlightened qualities and activity. You foretell the sites where the treasures will be discovered, and you speak of the waxing and waning of the Dharma. Homage to you. At the age of 59, the king passes away, a fact that you keep secret for 14 years. Ruling the kingdom, you ensure in due succession the enthronements of the royal princes Mun and Multik Senpo, and in each case you empower the newly appointed king. Homage to you. Having shown infinite kindness towards both Dharma and society, your intention is to leave for the land of Rakasas. But, to ease the sorrow of the grieving prince. You give the great gathering of transmitted precepts, and the heart essence teachings, and your own life story. Thus, you are able to soothe his despair. Homage to you. Again bereft, the prince begs you to remain. But it is time to tame the ragasas, and therefore you decline. You give instructions and advice, broadly and in detail, promising to everyone your constant blessing. Homage to you. High on the upper terrace of Tradrug in Yoru, before the assembled company of prince and disciples, and the 21 Lotsawas, and countless others. For the benefit of the future you disclose the teaching. The ocean of Dharma, the great gathering of transmitted precepts. And you spin the ocean-like wheel of the Dharma. Homage to you. At that very moment, the Princess Mandarava magically appears in praise of you, her guru. She sings of your excellent signs and marks. In turn, you reveal the infinite benefits of praying to your statues, your representations. Then, you bestow your outer and inner testaments. Homage to you. Lovingly, you give the prince the supreme accomplishment, foretelling how his sons will all become great Dharma kings. You also share the healing and beneficial relics from the flesh of the 7 times Brahmin. Thus you satisfy all wishes and desires. Homage to you. At the Tsenthang temple, you give to Queen Ngakchang your profound mind instructions. And, at Crystal Cave, at their constant questioning, you effortlessly give guidance. To Yeshe Tsachil and Tashiki Idrin, homage to you. You meet in sacred places with Gyalpos, Nagas, and planetary spirits. You overpower them, reveal their faults, bind them under oath, and take away their life force, entrusting such spirits to safeguard the teachings for the future. You engage in countless ferocious activities. Homage to you. Having imparted your last testament to the prince, you announce your departure for the land of ragasas. Receiving abundant offerings, you set out at dawn. Quickly reaching your destination, the forest at Zuarkar. Homage to you. There, your disciples, the king, ministers, and others request you to expound the Dharma one more time. You begin with the suffering inherent in the 6 realms, inspiring renunciation and a yearning to practice. Thus you grant them the essence of the profound path. Homage to you. Then, traveling through Lhasa, you bless the Sakyamuni. Accompanied by quite a crowd, the king and ministers, tantric practitioners, physicians and astrologers, and countless sponsors, both men and women. This is how you reach the plain of Pamopalthan. Homage to you. There, with great compassion, you give meditation instructions suited to the individual minds of the audience. You give all-embracing advice for now and the future, fulfilling all wishes and desires. Homage to you. Again filled with sorrow, they beg you to remain. However, you decline and, at the Gungtang Pass, surrounded by a host of welcoming kins, you rise into the sky, singing Vajra songs. You make the promise to all that you will never be far from them. Homage to you. Mounted on your horse, with the Kaz as your escort, amid a swirl of rainbow clouds, swift as a lightning flash. You cross the island of Siga to southwestern Kamaradvapa. That is how you leave in search of the hordes of Ragasas. Homage to you. There, the path perfected, spontaneously accomplished Vidyadhara. You assume the skull garland form of Rakita Tranthsal. From there, for as long as Sasra still remains, you will continue to send forth your endless emanations, pervading all of space, bringing benefit to beings. Homage to you. In the land of Tibet, protected throughout the 3 times, this emanation of Sarasvati, with melodious yearning and devotion, has compiled this biography of your life and liberation. This ocean of gathered teachings of Padma Sambhava, as the source for the blossoming of your enlightened activity. Homage to you. You reveal the 3 Kayas, you light the beacon of the twofold teachings, protector of all beings throughout the snowland and all worlds. The enlightened activity of your life and liberation is utterly inconceivable and marvelous to behold. Guru Rinpoche, in devotion, homage to you. With riches of the land and beings, material and imagined, the enjoyments of myself and others, and all our gathered virtues, of body, speech, and mind. With all this radiating forth as Samantabhadra's offering cloud, devotedly, I offer it all to you. Please accept, and guide me with your love. Since time without beginning, ignorance, and confusion have obscured liberation and are the cause of sasric existence, I confess this horde of evil deeds of body, speech, and mind. And, with heartfelt remorse, I vow never to commit them again. Every drop of pure virtue in existence and nirvana that has ever been, or will be, or is now being gathered, is the fruit of cultivating the twofold Bodhisattva. And so, in awe at the splendor of this Bodhisattva activity, I rejoice from the depths of my heart, so that beings may be shown the countless doorways to the Dharma, especially the definitive vehicle of effortlessness, the Vajra pinnacle that is adorned with the 6 liberations. I request you to turn unceasingly the wheel of Dharma to the supreme non-arising and non-ceasing Vajrakaya, utterly undefiled by ordinary confusion. I beseech you to remain until the end of existence, and dredge unobstructed the deepest depths of Sasra, all of the merit accumulated through the 3 times, by myself and others, whether defiled or undefiled. I dedicate it now towards the attainment of the Guru, the complete and perfect accomplishment of all the enlightened activities of his life and liberation. For those who write, or read, or carry on their person an account such as this of the Guru's life and liberation, these true Vajra words will bring great benefit. Hence, filled with devotion, one-pointed, I pray, bless me, that I may swiftly be free from all adversity. This prayer was based on the life and liberation of the Guru of Uḍḍiyāna entitled, Shingköma, the Array of Pure Realms, by Minling Lotsawa Dharma Śrī. Moreover, within this prayer, Kunkhyen Lama Pema Ösel Donak, Lingpa perfectly preserved the meaning of the Sheldrakma, the Crystal Cave Chronicles. Thus this liturgy text is identical to the terma root text of the Pema Kathang in terms of the blessings it carries. The 3 opening verses of Homage and the concluding 7-branch offering were written by Pema Garwang Lodrö Thaye 74 in accordance with the words of the excellent Guru himself. If you have faith and devotion and you recite this prayer aloud, again and again, you will receive the exact same benefits as you would from reading the extensive chronicles. May virtue increase. Lhasi Lotsawa Translations, 2016. Translated by Caleb Yaniger and Stefan Mang. Edited by Libby Hogg.